It is time to fish some more. Oh yes, hey, welcome in. Today I'm gonna switch over to the game really quick. We are kind of on a timer and I want to get as many fish in my boat as possible. Just like last time we streamed Dredge, I actually have to start in the background. I don't actually... You know what? I really love the soundtrack, but it's kind of loud while I'm just waiting in the main screen. But in any case, let's switch over. I got my hats ready. Today, I really wanna get a lot of fish in, right? Like last time, I feel like, you know, I kind of, I guess, overestimated, or I guess underestimated. Like I underestimated how long it would take to actually get all of those fish, and I overestimated my fishing abilities. So today we're going to continue with that. There's so many fish still left. Like I kind of started using some bait last time, and I definitely want to continue with that today. Wait, did I catch you already? I do know that I marked some of those fish. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that a little bit later, and it's been, you know, a week or so since I last did this, so I'm gonna have to figure out the controls again. The mirrors, I do remember that there were some sharks still missing, at least the aberrations, but I don't think I'm actually missing any basic fish at this point, so I might actually go somewhere else. I do know that the wreckfish is like really annoying, because they're like only maybe one or two spots where I can even get that fish, and I've been so far relatively unlucky when it comes to that stuff. There's some of the better things that I need. Yeah, all of that stuff. Let's see. What's the next one that's missing? Apparently in the Stellar Base I'm missing an Oceanic one that I've not seen yet at all. Would be nice to at least get like all the base forms, right? While I'm clicking through here. We have you. I mean, there are a lot of pages, right? Like this is the thing that I'm kind of worried about, right? I did not expect to have missed so many fish, but there's definitely an Oceanic one. Deep Ocean is a regular one. To be fair, like we've barely... Pale Reach? Ooh. That's a new one. We can only get that by trawling. Have I not had an ice net back then? Or was like my net just too terrible back then? That's interesting. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind, because I don't actually know how much there is in the Pale Reach 2. Maybe I should like finish one of the DLCs first. Like Pale Reach, I mean by that. Just because of how long that would take, like comparatively, right? Like I don't need that many ice fish. I do need something that I need to fish also like during day and night. So I'm kind of surprised that I've not seen that yet. You know what? It's actually not the worst idea now I think about it. I feel like Pale Reach would be fun. I don't know where else I could get like the icy fish. Just checking. Oh wait, we are currently in aberrations already. That's probably why I'm so confused in like the tabs. Yeah. Okay, and that's probably why there's so many pages, right? Like that's another thing that kind of confused me there for a second, but I guess... What about the quest, by the way? Isn't there like another quest I need to do? Tarpon and rare fish. Okay. Tarpon was the... An island between Twisted... Oh, it actually tells you. Between Twisted Strand and Stellar Basin. Okay. Where do I get the right fish for you, though? I should probably be able to figure that one out, right? If it's like near here, then the tarpon should be... I mean, where should it be? I feel like... Okay, tarpon. Twisted Strand. It's just regular, right? It's just shallow, yeah. Do I have the right rods for that currently? I do have shallow. Okay, let's go there. I feel like we can probably finish that quest line at least. I say that, but... oh, you need to repair as well. I kind of would like to change you out. Twisted Shark? I do not remember what I did last time. Apparently I did things. Anyway, I'm gonna Sell my fish, repair everything, switch out some of my gear. Yo, Cal, welcome in. How's your day been? Let me quickly dock here. Also, since you have not been here for a long time, we have like a tradition. If you join, feel free to try exclamation honk or exclamation first. Both of them should work. Since I don't have like, you know, the redeems, we have like this fun tradition where you can do that. Obviously, you know, you're free to not do that, but this is like how we officially track stuff. To have some fun with that. I can actually put you into storage. But yeah, how's your day been? Your back hurts because you fell asleep on the floor. Oh, how did you manage to do that? Was it just so relaxing or
Honk 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 honk. Cal underscore the underscore elevator was first today. Honk 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 honk.
Congrats on being officially first, by the way. Yeah, that's kind of running in the background. I hope that actually picked up. I am always kind of confused about like how my new layout currently works. But it should have been picked up, right? Yeah, like I have a little bit of fun. Like I have, not a goose bot, it's actually something I made myself. It's like a bot that's running in the background. And it kind of allows me to do like silly stuff like that every once in a while. While I'm at it, I wanted to go into my storage and actually switch my net out with the better one over here. And I also don't even need to repair you, that's nice. Okay. Now that it's late, it's probably the perfect time to go over. Yo, Jumper, welcome in. Enjoy being with. Yeah, you're lurking. And you are, again, too late to get, like, the first. I cannot believe it. Jumper, you're always too late for everything. First, when I saw we were listening to the Outer Wilds records. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, it is kind of relaxing. It's a great soundtrack. Are you still chasing me? Gosh dang it, you can actually see me. Going to let up? I hope you are. It's my fault for going to live too early. I mean, I feel like it's more like your fault for being such a Discord hater. You could have figured out when I went live if you just hung out on the Discord more. Can't believe this. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your day and you're lurking. I'm just here catching fish as always. Oh. Also, there's like some big waves. I don't know if it's just like in this area, but I feel like they are definitely larger than usual. You lost access to that Discord account after your old PC died. Yeah, I know that you said that, but I feel like you left the Discord before then, because you're such a Discord hater. I cannot believe this. Don't make up excuses, okay? At least stand by them. I just wanted to rest here, right? Yeah, sure. You did that too? Yeah. Anyway, you know, I know it's a very hard decision to get out of Discord, but that's just kind of how it works. Oh wait, I completely forgot that I started reading something last time. What did I get? This one's also a new one that I have not clicked yet. This one should have been advanced fishing. What's really real fishing 15% more effectively? Ooh, nice. This is more like it. There were quite a few surprises in this book. Surprises while fishing, oh. And I've certainly learned a thing or two from it. These grip techniques should put less strain on my back. If only I'd known that before I hurt my back. Nautical engineering is the new one. Oh, but just don't take damage or anything like that. That would be nice. Are you... No, this is a mangrove one. I'm looking for a shallow one. I don't actually know where they would be hanging out. Like, I always assume that they should be outside more than inside, right? Yeah, it's shallow. Is that a tarpon? Yeah, that's one of them. That's perfect. It might actually be the final quest that I have to do. Of those at least. Another crate. I have like so many crates. I need to do something with them. I don't even know what I want to do with those. I don't think that there are like any easy upgrades I can make without getting some of the canisters at least. Are you the person? Read the mouth. The hooded figure reveals scroll. A gesture to a picture shown on top. It's a tarpon. They hold the fish in front of their face, studying it with a tightening grip. After a few seconds, the fish collapses on itself under the pressure. The figure looks through the gory mess and picks out the heart, placing it onto their tongue. Is a stain the mind? I show you another scroll. This one shows a horseshoe crab. Oh, okay. I at least know where I can get those. That's lovely. I think I talked about this before, but horseshoe crabs are still fascinating, and like to my understanding, they're still used like in medicine these days because like their blood has like some, I think it's used for some testing, something like that, and it has like some unique properties that you can't really replicate, at least synthetically in that cheap of a manner. But yeah, and they also haven't really evolved in, you know, like basically since the very first day they have existed, so that's also kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna hastily haste over there. But yeah, the crabs are perfect. To be fair, everything also ends in crab because it evolves into crab again. It's like one of those evolutionary things that everything just evolves into. The same with like trees. Probably awesome to be a crab. Yeah, like if I had to be something, I would probably also be a crab. Let's be honest. More of a hermit crab, but in general. Sustain the mind. With a horseshoe crab. The figure turns the crab. Wait, turns the crab over to expose its soft underbelly. They scoop up its innards with sharp fingernails, consuming them blindly. Consume the sky. The figure slowly reveals the final scroll. It holds the picture of a barrel eye. We've seen... Have we just caught that one last time? I think barrel eyes were like actually closer to... and I don't have the dredging equipment for that, that's annoying. They are closer to the Stellar Basin. I guess I'm gonna have to switch equipment once again. But I at least want to be finished with those quests, right? Like, I've put those off for so long. Right, like I've only found the first of those quests when I was like halfway done with the base game, basically. And I was too lazy to just, you know, drive around getting all of those fish. But yeah. Anyway, talking about like stuff that is also awesome. I kind of talked about this in like a jumper stream a little bit, but I generally do not get like great Christmas and birthday presents, right? Like these are basically the same day. Technically, you know, in Germany we celebrate those 2 days one apart. But still, it's just kind of how it is. And my family has kind of gotten used to basically gifting me something Star Wars related for some reason. I don't know why. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Star Wars, but I'm not like that into it. Wait, this doesn't fit unless I remove the research part first. So like one of the things that I got was like a reading lamp, and like, I'm gonna be completely honest, like I do read a decent amount, I would say. Like I don't really read books, mainly because I need to, like when I read a book, I really need to sit down like for an entire day. Like I take like a really long time to like get invested, but like once I am invested, I can just kind of continue for like hours on end. I don't have like an issue reading that much. But in any case, like when I read, I tend to read on my laptop, because my laptop is like one of those they're called like Surface Books by Microsoft, which is like at the same time a tablet, right? Like it's basically a fancy tablet, which means I don't really need a reading lamp for that. That's the first thing. But I still have gotten like Star Wars related gifts for years at this point. I have like a Star Wars art book for like the new movies. I don't know why anyone would want that. And I have like a bunch of Lego sets from Star Wars, just because I built one of them once, like years ago. Like the next issues actually is also like one of the reasons why I read everything digitally these days. It's just that I do not have the space in my room for like a lot of books, for example, or you know, Lego sets, because they also take like so much space. But yeah, like stuff like that. But I actually got like one cool thing, and I got that actually as a very belated Christmas gift, and this is this year. Wait. This is, so for people who didn't know, I tend to drink like water most of the time. I also like to drink like soda and stuff, but I mix my own stuff just because it's easier to just buy sparkling water. And this is a soap dispenser. And I filled it with like, this is sugar-free syrup. It does not work with like regular syrup, that's important. But I got that one just because it's so much better. Like before that I had like one of these, what do you call it? Like, it's like, I guess it's like one of those bottles to keep like oil in and stuff, right? Like for cooking, where you have like this little, I guess, snorkel at front to get stuff out. That's sparkling water was the norm for Germany and Austria. It kind of is. I drink more tap water these days, but I have Like one of those soda streams, so I can just sparkle my own water, I guess. That's also a way to put it. But yeah, that's just like how I like to describe it. I like it, right? And it's because I only have, okay, I don't have like a bottle like next to me currently, but like these bottles are like the perfect size to fill 2 of those glasses. Currently this is like with cola mix, right? 2 of those, so they're like really perfect. So I only sparkle it like 1, or I get like sparkling water once, and I get like 2 cups, and it's like the perfect amount. If I don't want to drink sparkling water afterwards, I can just drink tap water afterwards, right? It's always only 2 cups, and you don't waste, or like you don't have to risk the water going flat, basically. Anyway, what am I doing here? I wanted to get the new fishing rod. Is that everything I want to do? Wait, I can also install you, right? Like you also gave me a fishing bonus? The aberration bonus, that's nice. Alright, I guess I'm going to go back to this stuff, and then I might just go. You know what? Let's rest until like 1 AM or something like that, or 2. So it's going to be bright by the time I'm at the place I want to be at. That should be fine. But yeah, like those were like the 2 main gifts I got Christmas and you know, for birthday this year. Which is, you know, something. Again, this is really useful. It's also like a lot easier to measure stuff with that, because like, every single time I pump like some of the syrup out, it's just like a milliliter or something like that, and it makes it a lot easier to find like the right dosage. Like it was never an issue when I drank like the regular syrup, because I have like these ketchup bottles, these ketchup squeeze bottles, and squeezing once on them basically give you the right amount. But it does not work with like the sugar-free stuff, because it's like so liquidy. It's basically just water. And why am I mad? Oh, you're chasing me, that's why I'm mad. Ah, lovely. Happens every once in a while, you know. Would be nice if you could still let up. Kinda rude. I'm guessing I'm just gonna dock by Fortress then? Oh, I guess so. Unless you stop chasing me. Okay, I can't see you anymore. That's perfect. I just need to find like that fish now. I do remember seeing it like a lot. Maybe it wasn't even here. That's like the issue with like only recording once every every week or so. I do not remember anything. Oh wait, I actually have to play this mini game. Yeah, that's a regular hammerhead shark. I'm just gonna discard you. Throw you back into the ocean. You know, they're so unique and they're also so massive to the point that they are actually just annoying. You're not the guys I'm looking for, right? Wait, what am I looking for again? I'm looking for, let's go Stellar Basin. A barrel eye. Yeah, it's in here. I have to get the rod out for that. That's fine. Issue obviously being the giant squid. You know, as they usually are. For some reason. But yeah. Where do I have to go? Oh yeah, over there. I'm definitely not forgetful. Okay, I can probably just dock here. That's fine. Okay, getting you. I have to actually just press the generator. Like, seriously, it is so basic what I have to do here, and I cannot imagine why I am so struggling with that right now. It might just be the time. I don't know. But I did plan on streaming today, so I kind of have to now, right? You know, when you make plans, you clearly have to follow those. And I would never cancel plans, like ever. It would never happen. Wait, are they even inside of here? I don't even think that they are. Wait, did I get like another crab here? Ooh, Imperious Lobster. That's nice. I'm gonna read that one in a second. Spiny Lobster, Leeching Prawn. Is this the last one I needed? Did I need like lobsters in general? I do remember needing something here, which is why I put the crab pots like in the deeper water. That's the one I had already opened. So I put something else in here. Oh wait, I also needed the weird star thingy. That's like the thorns of agony thingies that are mainly just annoying. I remember I needed something, and that's like how I left it. This one needs repair. I'm gonna just ignore you for now. Trophies. Ooh. I mean, they could be worth some money if I really cared about money at this point. I seriously do not. I just wanted the freaking crab. And it's the annoying one. Still nothing. Well, too bad. Also, I have to actually check the list now. This is the wrong button. Imperious Lobster, Stellar Basin Rate. I needed some crab. I don't know if it's this one. Okay, we can't get that one. Blue crab. No, this is a mangrove. Okay, so we have actually seen all of them except for the Crown of Thorns, like the aberration there. Purpose. Huh, I thought I was missing something in here. And the other one isn't even shown. Oh, wait, it was probably Spiny Lobster, right? It kind of would make sense. Okay, so we have gotten basically everything here. I mean, except for the aberrations again. I feel like this is going to be so annoying to get all of those. But we probably still have like a few weeks. So I'm not that mad about it. I'm just gonna sell you guys. I mean, 90 bucks, sure, why not? I'm gonna get like more pots to drop while I'm here. I actually wanted to get like another fish. Right, like this is not even why I came here. I'm just apparently that forgetful. I feel like the fish I'm looking for should be outside then. Like just here? Are you busy? No, you're coastal. Do I have you already? Okay, it's snapper. A red one at that. You guys? No, you're anglerfish. Do you have like the aberration of anglerfish already? It would be nice to just have like a list. I should probably make like a physical list at some point because I am terrible at this apparently. Are you just in the ocean? I thought the anglerfish was like a fish in... Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, okay, we have the aberrations already. Don't care then. Wait, the fish I'm looking for, the barrel eye, I mean it's abyssal, it shouldn't really care about like daylight, right? Yeah, Sure. I'm just gonna go around here. I'm gonna find something at some point. Trust. Can't take too long. That's just a squid. A glow squid. Look at those lights. They are beautiful. And they would be a lot more beautiful if I actually got the fish I was looking for. I should probably not actually go to like the more shallow water, but hey. That's just me. Now sometimes I hear like weird noises and I'm surprised. But it might just be me. Talking weird noises is like another thing. I don't know what it is, but like every morning when I open my window, they're like a really weird noise. It's like a weird, I guess, thonking noises. That's a way to describe it. Look at that moon. Thonking noises I'm hearing every single time I open my window, like in the morning. Just in the morning. I don't know, it might just be like letting out all the warm air from my room, and it's like, I guess, bending something outside. Because I don't think it's like an animal or anything like that, because it's like way, and I mean it, way too cold for that. It's actually kind of funny. This is like the first winter in quite some time where we've really been getting a lot of snow. And I mean like a lot of snow. Like in our backyard, at this point we have like a mound somewhere there, and it looks like somebody has been buried under that mound. That's the best way to describe it. Might be the only way to describe it. Like it literally has like a, like it's like a more or less flat mound. It's like a relatively long one, and has like two bumps, like one on the left, one on the right side. I feel like we've already had all the fangtooths. I don't know why I'm catching it then. So that's something. I hope I'm not... I don't even know where I am currently. I'm probably... Oh, okay, I'm outside. I was kind of worried about running into my friend the squid in a second. But yeah. Did you bury a body again? Okay, first of all, not again. Okay, it would have been again technically, but you know, let's just ignore that one. But yeah, so it's like in the middle of the garden. And like in our front yard, we actually have like an even bigger amount. But this one's at least like artificial in a way. Because like it's just like from piling up all that snow while snow shipping. And that's basically the size of a car. And like it's like literally next to where we park our cars. So that's just kind of silly to have like a third one. Ooh, I don't know if I have had you before? A collapsed viperfish. I'm gonna read that in a second. I just realized I didn't actually read the other one. But we've apparently had a viperfish before, right? Hovering to wait above the seafloor, these lungfish bite and attempt to swallow whatever random prey they encounter. And a collapsed viperfish. A reaction of the light, or a return to the ways of the deep. I mean, definitely looks like a car crash dummy that's kind of losing its ghost or something like it. That's probably the only way I can describe that. Where's the quest? It's over here, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's been really weird to see like that much snow. I even had to leave the house during so much snowfall to go to work and then, you know, go back. Like, I'm still in the very, very luxurious situation where I only have to leave like for university like once or twice a week. And otherwise I can kind of just consume the sky here. And give this guy a barrel eye. I feel like this is like a euphemism for something. I don't know. Maybe a black eye? Who knows? The figure begins to consume the fish head first, gnashing teeth, searching for the heart of the thing. When the fish is halfway gone, they stop and throw it aside. They take a book from inside their robe and give it to you. The sky will fall. They cross their arm and appear to fall into deep sleep. I would do the same. I do that whenever I'm done with reading books, apparently. Okay, now that we have gotten that, we should be done with like all of the... Oh wait, we still have the rare fish, okay. I do know about the goldfish. I only need the live tigerfish. I don't actually know where I can find that one. I should probably ask the merchant. That would probably be a good starting point. But we also have like more of those tablets. I did find... Wait. I didn't actually read the quest fully. Who am I bringing that to? Was it just a trader? Oh wait, it's a trader. It's a little marrow. Okay. That's good to know. Should have probably done something about that. Okay, now the question is, where do I go next? I don't really know what I want to do with my life, I guess. Because like we are kind of done with most of the stuff. Obviously, marrows, we still have like the oceanic ones. One of them is daytime, one of them is nighttime. Maybe I'm just gonna do that then. You know, I'm gonna give it like a good shot for like 5 minutes. And talk about like 5 minutes. I feel like I've streamed for a lot more than 5 minutes, but I feel like this is the perfect time to change hats. What hat is going to be today? How about this one? I'm just clicking like a random one. I'm gonna hide the other one. What does it even say? I can't even read it. 5 minute stream exactly. Fulcan, what does it say? Buy a man, eat fish. He day. Teach fish man to a lifetime. Are those true words to live by? I mean, I would agree at least. In any case, I feel like we should check out the ocean. Exactly, Jesus Yoda. I mean, who else but Jesus Yoda? Not Yoda, Yoda. Yoda's probably also like a weird character. But hey. What can I find? I feel like I've definitely had you before. Any fishing spots here? I know I could just use the magnifying lens, but hey. That would be too easy. You know what? Let's go easy mode. I hate having to look around that much. You have one that I can't get, but I've already had you. Like, if it tells me the name, then I know that I've already had those. So I don't really care that much about them. If only the waves weren't as terrible, then I could probably click stuff properly. Okay. This is just like my mouse being weird. So this is like another thing. I play with like a controller, but whenever I use the spyglass, I actually need to play with a mouse, because otherwise it's just basically unplayable. I don't know who made the controls for this game, but sometimes I am really bad for it. Just with like these controls in particular. Like some other controls I think are kind of weird. Mainly just because it's a lot of the time you're switching between buttons in a way that I don't really agree with, but like I can at least see where they're coming from. But that's just, I don't know. The sensitivity just does not work out like at all. Also, it doesn't work out that I can't look up and down, right? Like, again, like the waves are massive. Let me at least look down a little bit more. It would be nice. Because I am mostly getting seasick from this. And that's kind of it. Unless this was like part of the experience, which I could see being the case. But, I don't know. I'm just gonna disagree with the experience. I feel like there are better experiences to have. Okay. There's nothing here. What are you? A turtle? Aww. Look at you. Can't even catch you. You're safe. For now. Goodbye, turtle. I mean, being a turtle would also probably be cool. Even though, like, part of that is just because cartoons have taught me that the shell isn't actually part of the body of a turtle. Instead, actually, their house. And that would have been a lot cooler than the truth, where it's just, like, kind of a rib cage, basically. To my understanding, right? Like, I might be wrong, but... There certainly is something going on with those turtles. Wait, which one? Okay, I'm actually... What am I looking at behind there? I've never really paid attention. I guess it's just like a second mountain? A smaller one? Because otherwise I'm just kind of baffled by everything. This is an oceanic one. I don't actually know what you are, but I'm gonna catch you. A razor mouth too, you know. Oh. Yo Mona, welcome in. How's your day been? Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. And I hope you don't have to deal with like too much snow. Or at least like the annoying parts of snow. That's probably a better way to put it. Right, like even though I complained about like how much snow we have and like how funny it is that people could just bury dead bodies in my front yard or like my backyard technically. It's still very beautiful, right? So, just working today. Oh. I hope there's like at least some enjoyment in that. Get some sunshine, which is nice. Well, I haven't seen the sun in like 2 weeks. It feels like. No, okay, wait. Is it 2 weeks? A bit over 1 week. Like it only started snowing after New Year's. So it's been a lot. And I mean a lot, like shipping snow like 3 times a day kind of thing. Well, okay. Why am I going here, by the way? I mean, at some point I'm going to find something new in the ocean, right? That's just like part of the definition or something like that. I could try to get the one annoying fish again while I'm here, right? Probably be reasonable. Fish market, I'm gonna sell everything while it's still fresh. The roads and sidewalks are pretty well shoveled, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, quite a lot still. I mean, like I had to go like to university in between, and actually had to go through the snow, and like the way between like my bus stop and between like my home, like there's like nothing's shipped. Like I just walk over ice, and I don't even have like proper like winter boots because you know I don't leave the house enough, and normally it doesn't snow that much. So like my feet were just freezing the entire time. Probably not that healthy. Let's be honest. Yeah, but yeah, it's mostly manageable. Yeah, it kind of sucks. To be fair, I could also take like another station and walk from there. That would be slightly better, but even then, like the sidewalks just did not seem like somebody was actually taking care of them around that time. But then again, I'm also coming home like at 9 PM or something like that. It's like way too late. And the annoying thing about work is actually, okay, like just to catch you all up again. Like I am working for my university. Like I grade homework and I basically hold lessons about how to solve the homework basically. Wait, is that the last one I'm missing? Nice, a shattered wreckfish. Wait, let me read that outside so I don't get attacked by tentacle in a second. A shattered wreckfish, a cracked husk of scaly plates sliding atop pulsing miscolored flesh. Lovely, just like me for real, for real. But yeah, like I do that, right? I'm teaching and stuff, and technically. Students don't have to go there. That's, by the way, also completely fine. And in turn, like, people can optionally go there if they need to. And I teach basically how databases work. There are like 2 issues with that. Or like actually there are like multiple issues with that. The first one is I am taking some in the evening, some of those classes, and I deliberately did that because I know like every year there are like a few people who can't make it, I'm terrible at navigating, can't make it early to university. It just happens, right? Like some people have to work to finance themselves while going to university and stuff. So this is actually not a bad thing. But the only afternoon classes I could take were like on Wednesdays. But they have to hand in their homework on Thursday. So like by the time like they come home from university, they don't have actually time to work on the next ones, even if they ask their questions. So that's like kind of a waste in a way to go there, like to ask questions basically. So the only reason why you go there is basically to get like a solution for like the stuff you've already gotten. But because databases, like most of the stuff can be solved via AI, sadly, and I hate it. And a lot of students do that like constantly, and I can see that. And also, like this is like one of the reasons why we decided to not make new tasks every year these days, and instead we just rotate like the last 3 years all the time, just because it's a lot easier like as a workload, because like the people who want to learn something, they are going to learn either way, right? They are going to work on those tasks themselves, or the other ones they're going to cheat anyway. So like we don't actually have to put in like extra work. That would be kind of silly of us then. That's like basically kind of the idea. The issue is just that like the solutions that we get, like we can definitely see that they are not the solutions that our students have made, right? Like there are like some unique quirks to using ChatGPT to solve those, but sadly not enough, because it's technically correct what they're doing. So it's like not enough to detract marks or anything from that, unless they are so stupid that they don't even copy the task properly or something like that. So we can just grade it like normally, which also means like they don't get any practice in, and instead they basically just get like a solution. They get like 95% of the point, which also in turn means that they don't actually visit the groups that I am, like the classes I'm teaching. The annoying thing with that is though that I hold like 2 after each other, and like if the first one has like at most 2 or 3 people in there, because like the rest just doesn't care anymore. And that's annoying, because like I have to hold like a whole presentation for those, which by the way, it's fine. Like I am getting paid for that, right? Like I shouldn't be complaining. But it also means like oftentimes I just say, hey, you know, we're only like 2 or 3 people. I don't have to actually go through like the entire homework. Just ask me like the few things that you got wrong, and we can talk about that and how to properly do that. Stuff like that. So I do that. And that takes like 15 minutes, maybe 30. And then afterwards I have to wait for an entire hour until the next class starts, and then I have to wait for like 5 to 10 minutes to see if anyone is there and like shows up, and then I get to go home instead of just going home directly. So yeah. A lot of your peers use AI, but their loss since they're paying for their education, choosing not to learn. Yeah, like I have not. Okay, it's a lie. I have used AI exactly once. And that is when, you know, when there were like these weird image generations, like when the first image generators became kind of a thing. Just because I was like curious about that, right? Like where you could just type something. Back then when the images that were generated were like kind of a mess. And I used it like once or twice, like during the same day, right? Like I just checked like how would it look like. I'm gonna give it like a silly prompt, just see how it looks like, and then I never used it again. Just did not actually care about that, right? Like I think the technology behind large language models is fascinating. I just think that everything that has been made with that is kind of shit, to the point that I really don't want it. I hate the enshittification that we're getting, because every single time you get any product, they're just shoving AI in your face. Stuff like that. And I just really can't deal with that anymore. Gonna be completely honest, I hate it. Like I used a piece of software, for example, to completely strip every single functionality that my Windows install has, basically. And I have like the most bare bones version of Windows that basically is just called Windows, and it gets like security updates, and that's it. Like I could not use any of the AI features. I can't even use Microsoft Edge. Why did I miss those up here? Like this is not even installed on my PC at this point. Stuff like that, because I am hating it so much. But I also kind of need the security updates, because like I am connected to the internet. I would like to not get viruses constantly just by browsing. I know that's not technically how you get viruses, right? Like you still have to leave like relatively safe sites. But since you know, sometimes you actually Google stuff on other pages and you don't actually know every single page what they're doing, you kind of have to be, you know, safe about that. You hate being so wary of any art you see. Yeah, I hate that. It's like every single time I look like at a picture, there are like certain styles where I'm like instantly, okay, this looks AI. Now I have to really pay attention to that. But there are also like other styles that are just similar enough where like, okay, this could be like hand-drawn. There are like human mistakes in there. But are those human mistakes? Is that AI? And I hate to go through that every single time. Like the worst thing actually is, like I'm quite happy about like never using AI bullshit in general, but like I DM like Pathfinder, right? Like, and I used to DM D&D and stuff, and like my players, they always use like ChatGPT to generate their character images, and I don't know, I just look at them and get like the ick. That's like the best way to describe it. I hate that so much. Like, one of my players used to, actually, she used to just draw her characters, and like, she's not an artist or anything like that, but I really liked them because they had like so much personality in them, right? Even though, like, especially with like coloring, like, getting like the standard colors, they don't really feel that because she's not doing it like as digital art, but like physical art and then just scanning it in. And I really like those, and then, or like, she just used like some basic, you know, some standard images that she can find online. But like every single time I see like that AI stuff and I see that fucking smug smile that they are always giving you, right? Like, oh, I hate it. I just look at it and I don't know, I just want to punch my screen at this point. Also, I'm not really properly reading what I'm clicking here, so I actually have to pay attention here for a second because I still need to figure out what I need to do. I've actually seen some sailfish like in the background. I should probably focus on those. One of your players uses AI to compile notes and generate theories and ground plot. Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I would absolutely hate that. Gonna be correct. Like, don't get me wrong, I do get summarizing things. People hate to go through their notes, but like going through the notes is like the fun thing. And like, I always love it when my players theorize about the plot. Can I see like the fish I'm looking for? I don't think so. But like, there's actually a really funny story that I had about that, because I had like one player and he was like a really new player. We had like a Pathfinder campaign 2 years ago, I think it was. It sadly ended because that player didn't have time anymore because he had like some family issues that he had to deal with for like 2 years. But he's luckily back for the next campaign, which starts like next month. Ooh, Christic Trilobite. New one, that's nice. But like he, basically we had like a plot, and he basically solved the entire plot like session 4, and he said it. And there was like one other fun, like basically was like a plot. They were like in a city. They were looking for a wizard who had been lost, who was like doing research for one of the royal families, and like one of the players was like the son of that royal family for like another project. And they were like in the city, was like rather isolationist, and they were like looking around for like clues and stuff. And the guy basically solved the plot basically instantly, because what I did is basically I did 2 plot lines at the same time. They were looking for the wizard, but at the same time there were like other people disappearing in the city, but that was related to a hack incident. And he basically saw that. He didn't figure out that it was hacks because he was like new to the games. But he basically instantly figured out that something was like off, that there are like 2 plot lines going. But here's the best thing about that. He was once talking to an NPC and didn't write down the name of that NPC. And so I made it like a running gag that whenever he tried to ask for that NPC wasn't there. Just because he wasn't there like to the right time, and because he didn't get the name and always was guessing, I basically made the entire party believe that he was just wrong with his theories, because he clearly couldn't be trusted because of him, you know, misremembering details. Clearly, he couldn't be trusted. And this had been like such a running gag like until the last session, where like everyone realized, oh wait, he was like right the entire time, and the only reason why we didn't trust him was because I made like a joke out of that. But yeah, like I love that campaign. It was such a great campaign. But yeah, like, and I would have hated that if like this theory came because he took like notes and then like summarized it, and again I spewed in the theory that happened. I would have so hated that. I could not imagine, like, this is to me just a sign that the player does not care enough, basically, to like think about the game outside of the campaign, and I would really hate that. Right, like my favorite players are always the ones that are like willing, like don't get me wrong, there are like a lot of things that are just like annoying work-wise, I can get it. Even with the images, I can at least say, okay, you didn't find like an image that you thought fit the character and you're not an artist and you want to do it like that. Like I hate AI, but I can at least see like the reasoning behind why you would want that. Right, because it looks, to them at least, more professional. I don't know why I'm dropping pots here. More professional than the alternative. Fair enough. Just because I hate it and cannot stand that art style, I guess. Right, like if I didn't know that it was AI, I would probably hate it a lot less. That's like the next thing. But yeah, like, but I really like it when players at least think outside of the campaign or like outside of the sessions about like different things and give me their theories or like write down some stuff. Like we use like OneNote, for example, and like every single player has like their own area in there where they can write like their theories and stuff and like wishes to the campaign and stuff where I'm looking into, and they have like a character sheet in case they forget it, even though like these days we're all doing it digitally, so it's not why am I driving around like that? So it's like not the worst thing if they forget it, right? Like there are generally ways for them to still play the game. Or like they at least don't forget their phone anyway. Stuff like that. But that just kind of pisses me off when there's like so much AI involved outside. Anyway. It's the meme that they use an AI to generate an email, yeah, and then you do it like on the other side. Yeah, that would also piss me off so much. But this is how I feel with the homework, right? Like, I don't use AI to grade this homework, right? Because I know how to solve it, so it's like not the worst thing to do that. And like most of the tasks, like, here's the thing. I also believe that some of them don't actually use AI. They just use like either the old solutions or they sit together like in a group, which they are not supposed to do, by the way. They're supposed to like solve it themselves, but they're like some exotic solutions that all of them get at the same time. Which is why I'm like so suspicious of everything. But I also at this point don't care enough, right? Like I could fight this, but why would I care about that? They're just going to get like 0 points on their exam, on the final exam, and then I don't care, right? Like it's less to grade for me basically. But like here's the thing, like the homework, like normally the average score they're getting while I'm grading, like it used to be like around 17 out of 25 points. Right, this is like reasonable. Like I'm guessing students make mistakes, happens, and also like sometimes they're too lazy to like properly read the tasks, stuff like that. But currently the average is like 24 or 25, and the only reason why it's so low is because there are like multiple people who still do their homework like normally, right? You can really see that they tried something, and yeah, it's rather silly to have to deal with that constantly. And those are like going to be the only people, like the ones that are genuinely trying, are probably going to be the only people who actually get like a decent grade in that topic. And I should also mention like the class on databases is like, I think the class that the 5th most people fail, like percentage wise. Like in the computer science course that I'm doing, there are like 2 math courses that are both worth 10 credits. It's like the maximum you get, except for like the actual bachelor thesis, which is like 12 credits. And so it's like relatively hard to do. And they are also, in my opinion, like I used to study something else. I used to study something that's like more closer to electronics. It's like how I'm just gonna call it. And I actually took a 10 credit math course there, and that was like so easy comparatively, right? Like the math courses are actually really freaking hard. I actually failed one of those. This is like the only exam I ever failed during university. And yeah, this is like, those are like the 2 main ones that people fail. They both have like failure rates of like 90%. Then there's programming. But that makes sense, right? Like people who start computer science and they realize they hate programming, they probably are going to drop out and not really care about the exam, right? Like normally those people are also like the ones that write it once, they fail, and then they switch their bachelor basically. That is completely reasonable in my opinion. And then you have databases. And databases like a course that's like you're supposed to take it like in either semester 4 or 5, so like relatively late. And if people are failing there with like a 60 to 70% rate, that's like kind of high. And it's gotten a lot worse thanks to AI. And the annoying thing is, we actually have to change how many points you need because of that. Because clearly, if nobody can solve the exam questions, something has to be wrong on the exam side, which I don't agree with, obviously. Like, I have seen the exams actually have been getting a little bit easier. They even added like multiple choice questions in there. And people still manage to get like 1 or 0 points at the end. Because I also get to grade those, right? So I can actually see how terrible those exams have been getting. And I really hate it, right? Like, I spent so many hours every single semester teaching and grading and writing notes about like how to do something properly, and then just to go to the exam and then people getting like 1 point. I think that's silly. That's like a waste of my time basically. And like, to be fair, I get paid. How did I bump into? Okay, to be fair, I bumped into that. That's on me. Alright, I get paid. Like, I should not complain about that. But there's also truth to that while I do like the money, I actually teach because I like teaching. That's like the next thing. And that's why it's pissing me off so much. Can I, by the way, get like the pots as well? That would be amazing. Hey, pick you up. But yeah, it's just really annoying. And it's going to be something that's going to frustrate me until I'm done with university, which is hopefully going to be in a few months. Right, like the only thing standing between me and that is basically just writing a thesis, which I am hopefully going to be able to start in like a month or so. Soon, trademark. And then I think that I have like 3 months or so for the thesis, and then I should be done, in theory. Whatever that means. And so, yeah. Ideally that's going to happen. That's a trophy that I don't care about, huh? Too bad. Also, I didn't even prepare that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. It would be amazing to be finally done. The annoying thing, though, is, like, I mentioned this before, like, the main reason why I'm not done yet is because of bureaucracy. I switched over to, like, the computer science course when COVID hit, and it completely messed with, like, all of the courses. There were, like, multiple courses I took that started uploading videos or, like, the script, like, a month before the exam, for example. Stuff like that. And I also took, like, a bunch of courses in the beginning that once the universities were open again, they basically overlapped. Like, the rest of the courses all overlapped in a way where I could only take like 1 or 2 courses this semester, which was really stupid by me. Like, I should have thought about that like in the beginning. I did not expect it to take that long because of that. Right, and it kind of wasted a lot of my time. Would have liked to have been like done like a year at least ago. But alas, that's just how life is. I still don't need you. Can I find more sharks? I could also just get more bait, right? Maybe I should just get more bait. But yeah, like, it would have been nice. But now the question is basically, hey, if I'm done with like my my studies, will I be able to actually find a job? Because like the job market in Germany is currently abysmal. And I am worried that I'm just gonna like not get a job and then just decide on continuing with my masters. Which, like, again, like, I don't mind going to university. I just would like to actually work every once in a while, like a proper job. I don't know, like, I kind of miss working my old job sometimes. Just sometimes. Because, like, the main reason why I left there was just because I didn't actually work enough. That's a good way to describe it. Even trying to graduate early. But it means you have a really heavy course load, so you don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, like, I tried that, like, during the COVID semesters as well, and those were, like, actually the ones that would have been, like, the most likely to work, just because, again, it's, like, all digitally, right? Like, I can just work whenever I want to. I'm more of a night owl. Like, my concentration peaks at around, like, 2 to 3 a.m., which is terrible if you go to university normally. But I actually had, like, a semester where I took, like, 7 courses or something like that, which was, like, a lot more than you usually are supposed to take. But alas, it did not help in the long run. Right, like, I literally had like a semester in between where I could not take a singular course because of how the courses work, right? Like, with like the mandatory ones, and also the fact that like the bureaucracy at my university sucks, to the point that I constantly have gotten documents that were just like plain out wrong. Like, I got a list of all the courses I have to take, And there was just like a course not even listed on there, for example. Stuff like that. Or like every single, like I get like a booklet every single semester for like all the modules I could be taking. I'm gonna throw some crab pots here, by the way. I don't actually know if like few crabs means that I can't find any. But like how often do I put like crab pots like in the middle of the ocean? Like at that depth. Where was I? Yeah, basically, like I look at the this booklet, right? Like with all the courses that I could be taking, and it just tells me, oh yeah, there's like this course you could be taking, and it just doesn't exist, like at all. Like nobody in the university knows about it. Like sometimes it's just like it tells me that I can take it like during summer, but I can only take it during winter, and vice versa. Sometimes it tells you requirements that you need. Sometimes it doesn't tell you those. We also switched how the digital system works, like how you basically enroll into like a class, stuff like that, and that just doesn't work half the time. Half the time you are like literally just not able to take a course because like the technology doesn't allow it, which is like the most bullshit I've ever seen. But yeah, stuff like that happens like all the time. Like this is like why I'm so frustrated with that university. I would probably just go to like another university once I'm done. And now like I have a friend who also switched over to computer science the same time I did, and at some point he decided to switch universities to like another place. I couldn't really do that because I don't have my own car, and I would have had to drive there, and it's like 2 hours away or something like that. It's like really annoying. My friend did that, and he lost like 70% of the credits he had already earned. He's done now. Like, since like over a semester at this point. He is done with his bachelor. Like, he lost so many credits and he's still done earlier than me. Not because I struggled in university, just because he was able to take the courses. And there were like people who actually dealt with that stuff. And it kind of pisses me off because like I was actually like grade-wise a lot better than that guy. So yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I'm not I'm not an A student or something like that, but like I get like solid B's, right? And I'm completely fine with that. I don't need to invest like that much more work into, you know, like a course I'm never going to think about like again in the future. Talking about like not thinking about stuff, I'm still struggling so much because I'm not focused on like actually the fishing part. I feel like I'm gonna take like 10 more streams at this rate. I guess I already have some mackerels. Do I need more mackerels? You know what, I should probably look at the list. You know what would also be really cool? If you could just like, you know, use like a search engine in here. I would like to just look at mackerels instead of having to go through like everything. Is it like in the open ocean? Probably not, right? Remember like at the beginning of stream where I said I wanted to check out the Pale Reach again? Yeah, I just realized that I want to do that. You know what? I'm gonna do that now. I have to go this direction. Right? Yeah, okay. That should be fine. I'm just gonna do it. And then we can at least maybe finish one thing. I mean, I would be kind of surprised if that worked. I feel like we've had here. You're like a cod or something, right? Oh, salmon actually. Oh. But yeah. Also, what's my favorite drink? We talked about it like earlier today. It's either tap water or I just mix my own cola, basically. But yeah. That reminds me, I call it cola, right? This is like for two reasons. First of all, it's like in Germany we don't call it like Coke, we call it like cola generally. But there's also a thing when I went to Egypt, right? Like we had like vacations there. For some reason, whenever I asked for a Coke back then, people just looked at me funny and were like, "You asking for the drugs or are you asking for cola?" And it's just like kind of where I get like this, I guess. It's not really a tick, it's like a way of talking about that, which is really weird. To be fair, it also makes more sense to call it cola because technically it's not, you know, a Coca-Cola. So it kind of makes more sense to just describe it like that. But still, right? It's like how you learn language, I guess. It's always going to be cemented in your mind. I don't have a... Oh yeah, I don't have an ice rod. I actually need to change. Also, why have I not put out the troll net? That's kind of on me. Yeah, I'm gonna look into my storage. Don't I have like a fishing rod for that? I have you, I have the eye, or the glacial lands. Let's get that one. I don't care about the Hadel for now. I might regret that in the future, but for now, let's just pretend I don't. Okay, how am I going to sort my items? I could... Wait a second. I can figure this out. Trust me. I know how to Tetris. I just need... I need like a 2x2 somehow. I don't think it's possible, is it? Like, I can get like a long, I guess, combination here, but that's kinda it. Maybe if I move you around? Wait a second, maybe? That's not quite it. Wait, are you are you like 3 long? You're 3 long. That's annoying. That is so annoying. Wait a second, I have an idea. If I do this, if I move you over, I know I could just sell more treasure, but I'm too lazy to do that. I'm still not any closer. Wait, if I do this, if I do that. Aha, I figured it out. I am so great at this game. This is, by the way, the entire game, if you haven't figured it out yet. Clearly. Don't worry about it. Where was I? Oh wait, I already installed that. Yeah, okay. I completely forgot whether I installed the fishing rod or not at this point. But yeah, we are just going to trawl around here. Wait, I'm gonna get the lights out just in case I need them. Break some ice. I don't know if there's like an achievement for breaking like enough ice, but I do like doing it. It's like bubble wrap. Also, I need to actually find some fish here while I'm at it, because I'm gonna get visited by our friend over there. Yeah, thought so. You already see me? I'm gonna be quick about this. Are you coming closer? Yep, you are coming closer. Okay. I mean, no, I don't actually think that you have cannons, my friend, but good attempt, not in the spot. Good attempt. I'm gonna give you like some delicious fish, like a lot of fish. I really don't want to deal with you for like the next few minutes. So. Your parents used to lay bubble wrap? Wait. I mean, that sounds fun. Yeah, okay, this is like another thing about like how I grew up. I'm just gonna catch some stuff. I guess oh yeah, I definitely had the char before. But yeah, that definitely sounds fun. But like the way I grew up, I always felt like I had to save stuff that I had gotten. Right? Even if it was like packaging and stuff. Or like bubble wrap. I really hated it if somebody just came and popped my bubble wrap. Because it was like such a rarity for me to even hold some of that. So I was like extra careful for it every single time. Same with stuff like paper. Like, I remember, like, I was forced to play with my sister a lot when I was younger. You know, who would have thought, right? That's just how siblings work. Oh, Colossus Squid, that was easy. You're in the net. That's actually a Colossus Squid, okay, I agree. With hooked arms and tentacles, these massive squid grapple with the giants of the deep. That's one of the most fun things to do when you were a kid. I mean, I get it. But yeah, like, back to the story. Basically, I was forced to play with, like, my sister a lot. And she, like, whenever we played, like, when like, we were playing, like, pretend something, I don't know, let's say dog owner or something like that. And she would always take, like, paper that I have gotten, right? Like, this was, like, my paper. This is like the important thing, and I always had to like make sure that, that happened. And I would always say, hey, I don't want you to write on that because it's like my paper. Yeah, dog owner. That wasn't fun. Like I don't have like great memories of playing with my sister. That's like the next thing. I was just forced to do it. Where was I? Basically, I was always tell her, hey, please don't write on that stuff, right? It's like my stuff. And she would constantly pretend to not write on it, and then proceed to write on it. And this is how I lost like all of the paper that I wanted to use. I'm just gonna throw you away. I don't actually know what kind of fish I need. I definitely don't need you. So yeah, I hated that. It was terrible. One of the many terrible experiences I had as a child. When people would just take my paper and like she didn't even write something useful on there, right? Like she would just like scribble on there and get like some permanent marker or something like that and ruin the paper that I had kept for like later, basically. Even though I also have to admit, like I never used that stuff because I was just hoarding it, right? Like I had like 5 pieces of paper and that's what all I would be allocated to. And if I didn't need it, then I would avoid using it at all costs, right? It's like I said, like, growing up poor, right? Like there are probably people who grew up like a lot poorer than I did, right? Like I'm not gonna make it like a competition, but it always felt like it, right? Like, and I kind of got that instilled into me that I was not allowed to be wasteful with stuff. Which also, like, even when it comes to like packaging and stuff, like I have like whole boxes full of packaging just in case I need it in the future, right? Because then I don't need to like get new packaging, basically. And that's kind of it, right? That's the extent of it. But I have like a massive box standing below my bed that's just filled with like different cardboard and other packaging that I could use, maybe, you know, to do like some arts and crafts. I used to do like a lot of stuff for that, like for like my D&D/Pathfinder campaigns in the past. So yeah, like stuff like that, or like when we went bowling, for example, right? Like I was forced to go with my family, obviously. And okay, this is another thing. My family was like best friends with like another family, and they had like a daughter, not a son or anything like that, but like that daughter was like friends with my sister, and I really despise that girl. And my family, now that they are forced to spend more time with, you know, that woman now, also have over time realized why she is like such an awful, you know, human being, I'm gonna call it. I'm kind of exaggerating, but she was kind of annoying. And like a lot of those traits are still like present, like now that she's an adult. And like, so I was kind of just sitting around like quietly, not really doing anything. So I spent like a lot of time at like the arcades that you generally have like at those bowling alleys. But I was never allowed to spend even a single cent on those. So I would basically just wait until somebody went and played like something on like a pinball machine or something like that, just watch. And that was like the way I had fun whenever we had like family outings. So stuff like that, right? I'm in the lab, you work in misprint some stuff, and was gonna throw away like 20 sheets of one-sided paper. So you saved the paper to use for scrap paper. Ouch. Trophy caught and instantly got damaged. Yeah, no, I also get that. Like, it's also actually fun. My mother works like as a part-time job kind of thing, just to write like she's busy and we get like a little bit more money. Is working at like a packaging company. And whenever they throw stuff out, because they didn't use it, like she just brings like a lot of that stuff back home. I don't actually know why I'm going here. I actually have to go to the shop to repair. Stuff like that. And one of the things that I really loved that she brought home was actually old calendars, because they make for like extremely nice papers to like note taking and stuff during D&D sessions, because they're like you know, those massive ones, right? Like I can't actually show it like on screen because, you know, but it's like one of those like really massive ones. You just flip them over, you have like a whole white page. If I need to like take notes, like the hit points of monsters and stuff, I can just write wherever. Don't have to worry about it. And it's also free. That's like the biggest thing. It's free. And that's the thing why I love it. I love free stuff. But yeah, like I would definitely do the same thing. Like if I have like some, or like a misprint, I still use like the other side for like some scrap notes. I hate throwing stuff away. It is like so ingrained into me that I could not, if I wanted to, throw stuff away basically. Unless it's like, you know, really bad. Anyway, I want to actually check what I need in the pale reach still. I feel like I'm still missing something. I need a wolffish, which is only rod at night. I need another thing with the rod. Is a toothfish. We've seen some of those, but not the aberrations. And apparently I do need the goblin shark. Okay. The free stuff gives you a 20% coolness buff. Oh, yes. It's the best. actually. Another fun thing, because like again, like arts and crafts stuff, right? Like I did do like arts and crafts stuff out of all of the stuff that I've built. And like I once built like an entire 3D arena for a singular session of D&D basically. And I had that standing around in my room for like a year basically. Are you done eating? Oh, I hate this. For like a year basically, both like before the session I had it standing around for like a week or two, and then during the session I actually had to hide it behind, like under a table, had like a piece of cloth in front of it because it was like so massive. Before I got the chance to put it like on the table, because it was like basically for the final fight. And afterwards I never wanted to throw it away because I put like so much effort into it. But it was for one shot, right? I would never use this thing again, but it still took me like a year to take it apart. And these days I only have like I made like a cardboard, I guess grid at the bottom. And it's like the only thing that I actually technically still own. But still, it's like one of those things, especially because I put like work into that I really did not want to throw it away, but I just don't have the space in my room. That's like the biggest thing, it's always space. To be fair, a big part of that is, I actually have like a decent sized room. But most of that room is actually taken up by a table I had built years ago, together with my dad. And we built like I guess like a gaming table. If you've ever seen like the Rathskeller or like Wormwood or something like that, it's kind of inspired by those, where there are like gadgets you can hang on those. Ooh, hinged wolffish. That's nice. Got a new one. Stuff like that. And like I have like cup holders on there, and I had like other ideas that I wanted to originally hang on there, but you know, that's fine for now. And it also has like basically a basin in there, so like I can, if I have like a big battle map for example, I can hide it in that basin and have like some boards over it because it's like the regular table shape, and then just hand someone I have like a stick that you need to open this, and just hand it to them and be like, hey, wanna see the final fight? Here, open it. It's really fun. And that table is like a bit over like 5 feet by 5 feet, just about. It's like technically a little bit larger, and that takes up like way too much space in my room. Like it's literally like 2/3 of my room, just that one table. But it's worth it, okay? Like since it's like such a big hobby, it's really worth it, and it was really fun building that one and like planning how it works. And it's also made out of like some proper wood. For the most part, like I definitely cheaped out like some parts, because that was still like, I don't know, we probably paid like $500 or something like that building that. Plus like another 100 or so bucks to get like a special saw. Why am I always going over here? This is not a place where I can sell stuff. But yeah. But like every single time I get like a piece of yarn or something like that, even if it's just like a scrap piece, I also have like a whole bundle just of that stuff, just in case I need it. And you have a couple of folding tables for your D&D games, but once you have a more permanent space, you want to get a nicer table. We used to also have like those folding tables, and like in the very beginning, before I played D&D, I played like another system. Wait, let me read that. Hinged wolffish, teeth interlocked through flesh to create a brutish trap. Countless, yet will meet their doom in the deep. But yeah, like we used to have like also those foldable tables, like I think those are just like these painter tables or whatever they're called, like these black ones. I just fold them. Realized we had like 6 of those at some point, because we had like the most massive group during like a previous system that we played. We played like a system called Das Schwarze Auge, which is like a German system, or like the Dark Eye. Which is like a really low fantasy setting, still very fascinating, even though I don't think I would ever want to play it again. I kind of started really hating it towards the end. But it's a very fascinating game, that's kind of how I would put it. But like at one point I think we were like 12 people in that group, and it was awful. It was so awful. Nobody ever did anything, because like it just took so long for anything to like play out. Stuff like that. But like we need like so much space, which is why I actually, first of all, before like the current table, I actually built another one where like my goal was to have like a table, because we also would eat together, where no one would sit on like a leg, basically. And the idea was basically to have like the table legs further in. Which is, by the way, a terrible idea, because that just ruined the stability of the entire table. Whenever somebody used an eraser to remove anything, like on the other side of the table, cups would fall over. So don't do that. It was just like made out of plywood and stuff. What were the pros and cons of the Dark Eye system? Short answer, it's like a talent-based system is probably how I would describe it. So it's like a class-based, classless system. Instead, there are like a few exceptions, I'm gonna call it. Like, for example, if you wanted to play a wizard, for example, or like any sort of magical character, you had to decide so like at the beginning of game. There was only one other way for you to, like it's still a fantasy system, by the way, I should probably mention that. That's the only way for you to become a wizard outside of like, the beginning of the game, where you basically create a character who has spent his entire life becoming a wizard. The only way to do that was basically make a pact with a demon, and then you would cast using your blood, basically, instead of using magical energy. Which was technically doable, but, you know, it still sucked. And doing deals with demons in general, like, there were rules for that, and it absolutely sucked. I played a character who once did that. And we actually homebrewed stuff, and it still sucked. But yeah, it's like a really low fantasy setting. And because it doesn't have like levels or anything like that, it is basically a mess when it comes to, for example, combat. Like, you can kind of balance it, but like, you are human. The difference between like let's say you're playing a wizard, right? Like a really frail wizard. You would have like around 25-ish hit points, just by the virtue of being a human. If you were like a character who really invested into health and all that stuff and be like a proper fighter, you could maybe reach the high 30s in hit points. Which is like, to be fair, 50% more effective. But like every single weapon still dealt like a d6 or like 2d6 damage, at least, plus like a damage. So like you could still get like 2 hit or something like that. So it's definitely like one of those low setting things where unless you were like wearing like very heavy armor, you would die. That's like kind of how I would describe it. You would die. It's like the kind of low fantasy setting. And here's the thing, that is completely fine. It's also completely fine because it's not really a combat-centric game. But it also came with like multiple books just about how to do combat in that game. Because it was like relatively complex in that regard. And otherwise it's also like, again, like talent-based. So like you had like skills, and instead of getting levels, you would get adventure points. And you could spend those to increase the level of every single ability that you had. Like, for example, if you wanted to be better at swimming, then there would be like a table, like swimming was like a D-level talent, so it's like a physical one. It's very hard to learn, which would mean that it was like really expensive to get like better at swimming, for example. As opposed to, for example, learning a new language, which was like a B-tier skill. And then you would also learn on different rates and different costs, depending on whether you studied yourself, whether you had like a teacher, whether the teacher was like really great. What is this, by the way? Oh, another figure. Oh, cool. You approach a hooded figure. They seem to be frozen to the spot. Pale robes frosted over with a heavy rime. Fisherman! The eyes! You hear their jaws snap shut again from the cold. The eyes! Takes form. The hooded figure withdraws a scroll from their robes and unfurls to reveal an aberrant ice fish. Oh, actually the aberrant. That's cool. But yeah, like... Like, I played that system for many years, but there's actually one thing that I really hated about it, and that's like not even related to the game itself. So, the company that had this game licensed sucks so bad. When we played basically version 4.1, it was called, of that system. It is a relatively bureaucratic system, as I already said. That is like relatively complex. Even learning stuff is relatively complex. Using any ability, instead of like something like D&D where you roll like 1 D20, you instead would roll 3 D20s, and all of them would... What's going on with like my lamp? I already turned you off. I don't know what just happened. I was kind of confused. every single ability. Like, for example, if you wanted to swim, swimming is related to your stamina, your strength, and how dexterous you are. So you had to roll on all of those 3 abilities, basically. Or like those 3 scores. And you have to roll under the value that you have. Like, for example, if you have like a 14 in strength, a 12 in constitution, and a 13 in dexterity, those are like the 3 values that you have to roll under. Like, in order. But if you failed one of those checks, you instead could use your points that you had in the talent. Like, for example, if you had like swimming 7 and you rolled like a 16 on the strength check that you had like 14 in, then you could just reduce like 2 points of like your score that you had at the end. And then it would basically decide like how well you did in the check at the end, right? Like, even if you rolled like 3 2s, it does not matter unless you roll like 1s, because like 1s are like criticals in that system. It did not matter. If you at the end had like 2 points, you could not be better than 2 points, basically. Unless you rolled like more than 1 during that check. Because they're like 2 1s was like a crit, which was like an auto success. And if you had like 3 1s, you didn't just crit, you did like such a spectacular crit that you would instantly get better at the talent. Which I thought was really funny as an idea. I was actually the only player in my group who not only rolled 3 20s, which was like the worst critical failure that could ever happen, in which I rolled on a dance check, of all things, and I also rolled 3 1s, I think even twice, during like all the years that we've been playing. Because like really rare that happens, because you don't actually roll that much in the system, just because, you know, rolling is like a whole ordeal, as I had already described a little bit. But yeah. Really fascinating system still. Also very fascinating, as opposed to like a lot of other systems, this system comes with a game world, and you kind of have to take that, because otherwise it just doesn't work. Like, if you want to play, for example, a wizard, you don't play a wizard. You play a wizard who is from a specific town, who took a particular course at a particular academy. And this academy is obviously one that exists in that world, and depending on... Oh look, it's a narwhal over there. And depending on like which academy it is, you would learn different spells. And you would also learn different spells at different rates, because some of those spells were like important spells to your academy, and you would just learn them better than other people. Stuff like that. It's, again, a very fascinating system. It is so complex, it's so much bookkeeping. And I completely forgot to talk actually about like the thing that I hated about like the company that does that. Because during the time we played like version 4, but they were starting to release version 5. They're working on that, but version 5 was like in beta back then. That's all good and all, right? That's fine. It's a beta, right? Like, I don't mind that they are also trying to sell that. But they completely pulled all the products for version 4 off their shops. You could not get those. Like, whatever you tried. We actually bought some of the books from eBay, and each of those books was like $300 or something like that. Because, you know, scalpers. You cannot play this game unless you pirate it, basically. Especially like we were still in school, we didn't actually have that much money. To get like the few books that we really wanted, we actually had to pool a lot of money, because we just didn't find the PDF of those. Stuff like that. And it's such bullshit that they did not want to sell you that. I don't actually know if they now sell you those again. But again, really stupid. Also like the idea to just sell stuff physically instead of PDFs in this day and age, even like 10 years ago. I know it's like a German company, so it's like kind of par for the course that they don't know how technology works. But still, it was stupid. Anyway, I feel like I need to empty my net. But yeah, like they're definitely, I like the fantasy of it, right? I do like the idea of that it's a low fantasy thing, and like there's so many rules. Technically, you can do anything that's like a low fantasy system, and they're like really fun campaigns that you can do with those. And you have like very unique characters, because again, you can skill every single thing by yourself. Like there's very little that you are required to do, basically. After your character creation. And even the character creation, like there's an entire book just for character creations, and where you have like 50 pages of what kind of baker you want to be. That kind of level of detail you have in there. But I don't think I would actually want to play it again. Because again, it's just too much. But now I've been rambling on way too long, and I completely forgot what I want to do. I want to repair everything. And then I want to go around again until I find the fish that I'm looking for. It would be actually kind of amazing to get that. Also, I need to check something on the side. You know what? Maybe I'm using this chance to actually change my hat again. It's been so long. How about this one? I don't know what this hat is about. I have little notes about like what hat is what, but I just don't remember what it actually meant. It's been way too long. I have this one. Wait a second. Fish want me, women fear me. That is so relatable, clearly. I guess I'm just gonna fish some more. I do know that there are some... Oh, pale grasper. That's actually one of the ones that I needed. That's perfect. Let's read that one real quick. Hands of ice reach upwards, if sharp, hoarfrost blooming across whatever they touch. How lovely. Just too popular with fish, exactly. You know what? I'm using the fear hat next. I feel like that's a proper response to this fish. Not this fish. I mean, also this fish, but also the hat. That's like the important bit. Trophy. I don't actually know if I need the aberrant version of this one. I probably don't. But I need some fish to feed my friend in a second. Yeah. Astral ice fish. Very lovely. Hi. I don't see a friend here, so I'm just gonna continue. There can't be too many fish in the sea, right? I've definitely never been wrong about that before. I feel like I've definitely had all of those then. Yeah. I'm just gonna assume that I have all of those. What else do I need? There's still... Wait. A pale reach. I need like a toothfish still, and I need a goblin shark. Okay, I could do that, I think. I just need to find them. Would be nice to see some of those at least. Where am I going? I am blind. I am blinded by the light that isn't even existing here. Where's the goblin fish hanging out? A goblin shark? Hopefully not a mind goblin. I feel like they were like hanging out in the crevices over here, right? Somewhere. I mean, we have those, but those are still like the ice fish. Ouch. I guess I'm just bumping into the ice like that. That's fine. Just gonna assume that's fine. Oh, wait. That's just Twister again. Should actually pay attention to like when I can catch you. If they all can only be caught during the daytime, I'm kind of doing something wrong, if that's the case. Pale reach. I need you. Doesn't matter, okay. Day and night. Day and night, okay, but they are both rod things, so I don't actually need to troll anymore. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, the mind goblin. You know, those are like psychic goblins. Don't forget them. They are very important. Could never be anything else. This is not a setup to a joke. This is just a fact. I feel like this is probably... Oh yeah, a grizzly shark. That's one lovely shark. Errant teeth push through failing skin. A single mouth is not enough. Yep, that's clearly it. I also say like a single mouth is not enough whenever I see fries in front of me. I also would like another mouth and also like maybe another stomach. Fries are great. And now I need I can't even talk. And now I only need the other big one, right? There was like another big one that I needed, and I don't think it's this one. No, it might actually be. Just give me the aberrant one. I want to be done. I want to be done, game. Please. Not you. I'm just gonna throw fish away again. There's probably someone who's going to enjoy all the thrown away fish. How did I fail it? It's the first time I ever failed this minigame, I feel like. Well. Just gonna accept that for now. All the skills unlearned in a single instance. I'm just gonna sell stuff. It's okay. It's morning anyway. Oh, wait. I could also just feed the narwhal. I still have to say, like, I kind of talked about this a lot during my playthrough, but the mixture of this being like a relatively late thing for me, because I bought like the DLCs after I was done playing the game. Oh, narwhal. There you are. I like how it just disappears whenever I go to this spot. And the mixture of this just being like really late into the game, and the mixture of whatever the narwhal even is, I think that this is probably the least scary of all the places. I don't know, like the narwhal just coming over, has like a safety vest on, really announcing himself, and you just kind of have to accept that, I guess. Sure, I'm gonna give you this ice fish. You're probably going to enjoy that, right? Yeah. Now I just need the big ones. Also, why am I getting pinged on the side? Gonna need to actually check that real quick. I actually got pinged for something. Okay, this is like some real world stuff. I'm gonna check that one out in a bit. It was like about like there was like a group about like my A-level exams, and they want to meet again apparently. I don't really care about that, but hey, I still need to kind of answer probably. What else do I want to do? I guess I'm just gonna go around in loops until I see like the fish again that I need. Kind of annoying to just have to look for like one singular fish. I could also just buy bait, but that would require me to, you know, leave this place and buy bait. You know, the real problems in this world. But it should be fine, I hope. Nothing over here. Maybe. I mean, this one looks kind of chunky. Come on, give me the right one. Buddy. I am just looking for one little fishy friend. Okay, technically they're not really that little, but you know what I mean. There's just an ice fish. You know what? Wait. Does the foghorn help me here? I've never tried using a foghorn here. I mean, nothing should be answering me, but it should also show me where fish are? Huh? What just answered me? Like, I know that the fog can answer you, like, in general, but I've never had that experience outside of the Marrows, I don't think. Huh. Also, do I still need you? I don't think I need you, right? Wait, pay reach. Yeah, wolffish I don't need. I literally just need the 2 fish and that's it. And I should be completely done. Okay, 2 fish. I was kind of curious, like maybe I can break some ice using noise? I just want to have some friends, okay? You know how cool that would be to have more friends here? Just follow you around. Stare at you. Okay, I don't feel like this does anything. I'm just gonna use the spyglass soon. Once I can see anything again, because like I feel like during the night it doesn't actually matter that much. You know what? I'm gonna check out like any of the passageways again. Maybe something respawned. Would be nice, because otherwise I'm just gonna get bait. There's an ice fish. No, that's like one of the other guys. That's an ice fish again. Very lovely, yeah. The loveliest of fish. And this is just some... Oh wait, this treasure. Like, I am allowed to pick up treasure again. That's so nice, right? Like, during the playthrough, I just completely ignored treasure at some point because I never want to sell it. Open a ring, I don't know why anyone would drop a ring here. There's probably some lore reason for that. But alas. I am just interested in the money, not the lore. Apparently. This is, by the way, the lore for this playthrough. I'm just interested in money. This one looks right. Finally! Ooh. You're big. A bulbous toothfish. Vessels feed a distended fluid-filled body. A shadow stirs inside. Lovely. Am I now done here? I feel like I'm done here now. One last check. Pale reach. Icefish, we have everything. We have everything here. We have everything here. We have everything here. Sea stars, I feel like are pale reach still, yeah. Okay. We are done. We never have to visit the pale reach again. Hooray! I hope. Except for the fact where I still need to feed that guy, because I completely forgot that I have to feed someone here. What did you need again? Was it just like an aberrant icefish? Do I have some? I just have... Obviously now I don't have the aberrant ones, now that I have, you know, sold them 10 times already. But alas, it's going to be fine. Also, I don't think I can get stuff out of my net, right? I can't put you into... Yeah, so even if I had some in my net, it wouldn't actually work. Oh, wait. I do have a thawed icefish. It's rotting. I hope you don't mind. But hey, we will figure that one out. The ice takes form. How about you? No? What do you want? Oh, a fractaline icefish. Why do you care about like the time of aberrant fish it is? Can't believe this. Why would you do this to me? Why would I ever have to put in work in this game? I can't believe this. Why am I doing this to myself, by the way? This is like the bigger question. I guess I'm just gonna go around then. And by go around, I mean like go completely around because there's a storm. It storms a brewing. Also, did I finish reading? I did. Never actually finished that. Nautical engineering. Equip types that use durability will lose it 15% slower. Useful tips on nautical equipment maintenance, including a particularly detailed sections which specific lubrication oils to use on various joints and hinge types. Very interesting. Let's read another book. Pushing the limits on the engines. I'm just gonna get like 50% quicker. That would be so amazing. Just like mid-drift, speeding up. That would be cool. Anyway, what's... Oh wait, it's a pontoon. I for some reason thought I was like a big fish with like glowing eyes for a second. Classic. That's kinda on me. I'm gonna just dock here real quick. I hope I don't have like too much rod at this point. I mean, you could always, you know, sell the rod. Or like create bait out of the rod. Something like it. I could also just like drop it into the water. I don't really care enough. I feel like the next time I need some, I'm just gonna get fresh rod. Sure, that's how I would describe that. Fresh rod. The freshest of rods. I'm gonna go over there. For now... The storm is going to be so annoying. I hate you already. Why are there so many storms here? Why is there nothing in the weather forecast about that? I hate it. But alas, this is the wrong one again. I just need like the ice fish again. You know, my favorite fish, apparently. Now that I have... Like, if I need the other aberrations in a second, I'm gonna be... Well, I won't even be mad, because I feel like I kind of just have to accept it at this point. I'm just mad that I didn't save any aberrations. But then again, I would have had to buy ice and keep ice in my inventory. And who does that? Sounds like kind of a hassle. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Come on. Give me something cool. That's not something cool. Okay, technically this is cool. This is an ice fish. I can expect it to be cool. But what about the rest? I still think it's really fascinating how certain species of animals basically developed anti-frost in their blood instead of just, you know, swimming into warmer waters. It is... I know, obviously, that was like an active decision, but I still think it's relatively fascinating. Also, why am I catching you? I feel like you are just like chars are probably from like anywhere at this point. What's that noise? I guess it's just some ice breaking. Like the atmosphere in this area is great. I like the breaking ice sound effects and stuff. They are definitely kind of spooky, but you know, since it's just a narwhal being kind of a nuisance every once in a while, I don't really... It certainly is an area of all time. That's the way to put it. Oh, look, I found you again. Sorry, I cannot feed you yet, though. I'm gonna leave instead of turning off my light. I'm too lazy to switch the menus. Okay, where... I should just go to the central camp. At this point, I feel like that's probably the easiest way to continue. Go right here. Wait, it's not here, it's to the left. I'm great at navigating. I'm gonna go into the center again. There should be some ice fish to catch. Trust me, I have been here before. I should know my way around. You know, emphasis on should. You? No. Still the wrong one. Oh look, it's our friend. I'm just gonna dock here. Give you some food to... Ouch. How did I do that? I thought I could actually, you know, not do that for once. I'm just gonna give you like some charred fish. Delicious charred chars. What was that noise in the background? I guess it's the narwhal? I guess I'm gonna be slow for now. It's fine though. I just need to find the fish. The important fish of all time. That's one. It's an ice fish, a regular one. Another regular one. Like, I already have like so many bonuses to aberrations. Like 10%. Almost. I don't know if it's like 10% like compared to what it was before, because then it kind of sucks, or if it's just like 10% of my fish should be aberrant. I don't actually know how that works. You know, there are like a lot of these mechanics in this game where I don't know how they work and they're not really explained properly. And to my understanding, they're not explained accurately, but are completely wrong. At least from like the few things that I have read. Like, I've not really done extensive research on this game. Because again, like, it's a first experience, but at some point I might actually have to look some stuff up. Just for like the 100%. But overall, I am just baffled as always, and also getting planked. Not just pranked, planked by some planks. Maybe I just caught too much recently. Also, why are there birds here? I mean, it at least sounds like birds, right? This is a char. I don't actually see any, so that's like the main reason why I'm so confused about it. Like, I would not question a seagull sitting here if I actually saw like a seagull anywhere. But hey, that's just the way this game goes. Also, oh, it's probably just a cloud. I'm so confused about like this weird shadow here. Would be nice if I could actually look upwards. That would probably change my perspective on this game just slightly. It's like something's definitely feeling off on this shadow. But alas, I just am looking for the ice fish. The nice fish, the ice fish. That's the third one. I need the other one. Please, game, give me the other one. I want to be done with this area. This one? This time. Okay, wait. I meant this time. Obviously this time. After. Obviously after the one that I just mentioned. You know, I mean, the after. Clearly, I meant after the spot. The next one is going to totally be the one that I need. Trust. I have been in this position before. It always happens like this. And no, this is not gambler's fallacy. This is just the truth. But while we're at it, I'm gonna repair my ship. I don't know, like, probably half of the damage I've ever taken, I've probably taken, like, in these 2 streams that I've done on this game. Might just be not really paying attention at all anymore, but, you know, I would never blame myself. It's probably a glitch. It's a glitch because of the lag that is introduced because of the stream. Clearly, trust me. That's just how this game works. But for now, wait, over there's like a fishing spot. That's clearly the perfect fishing spot that I need for all the ice fish. And I get... I mean... Now I get... Now... It's the wrong button. Now... Statistically, I should be getting it in this particular moment. Okay, that was a lie. I guess statistics lies to me. All the time. I don't trust math anymore. You know, my relationship with math ended. You know, I believe in magic now. We need statistics. Like, statistics and stochastics are like topics that we humans have never understood. And they are not to be understood, so... Don't worry about it. And that's true, by the way. There's a guy in the water and I hate him. Like, this bot is like so advanced. It completely understands me every single time I need a perfect quote for a situation. Not a goose bot, has my back. As always. That's why I made him. Get you in, and the last one over here. Have some food, Mr. Narwhal. Have some sniffs. Some good sniffs. I think I should have just rested at the pier over here. At this point, it's just kind of getting silly. Oh, fish. That's not the right fish. I need the other ones. Maybe over here? Yep. Even a high, like the high, it's not just about stock, it's also the probability that I'm getting the fish that I'm looking for. Clearly. 100% related. Like if I need the other aberrant one in a second, that would actually make me kind of mad, I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like I'm gonna need like the other aberrant ones of all the other fish that I can get in the area. But come on. There aren't that many ice fish in the area, okay? Statistically, I should be done too. At some point, okay? Like, I got to like 50 at this point? 150, clearly? Trust me, I have counted. I've counted correctly, and this is the spot for an aberrant one again. Even the right type of fish. I'm right about this, right? Like, you have 2 forms. No, you have 3 forms. Don't tell me I'm gonna need like all 3 forms at the end. I've only been getting one of them. Why do all of them thaw when I get them out of the water? Is the water really that cold? Did I just hear a horn? I'm hearing a horn. Where's my horny friend? Maybe you're like outside. I do remember seeing something here, right? First time I entered the area, wasn't there like a weird ship that I saw? Is that the thing that I'm hearing here? Okay, probably not during the daytime, but I'm actually gonna have to check it out. I felt like I saw like a submarine here, like one time. Maybe that's related. Something slithered into my cargo? Ah, why? You know, the way this song started, now that I have actually increased the volume on my end a little bit. Astral Ice Fish, finally. It was kind of surprising to me. And the other one. I have all 3. Now or never? Now or never. I bet, like, if I actually predict this right, and I need all 3 aberrations here. What are those? Huh? What are those birds about? Ice fish lost to the birds? No, you're not going to steal my... No, no, wait. Banish. Screw you, birds. I'm gonna banish you to the afterlife. Like, there are not a lot of situations where I use Spanish, but this is one of them, clearly. I did not expect that I would need that, but it's... Hey, tentacle! Hey! Oh. I guess you became food. As long as somebody's enjoying this, you know, I'm not gonna complain. My friend, my guy, my chum buddy pal is over here. I'm gonna go over here before, like, all my fish get stolen. Okay, all my fish are still there, like the important ones. So please, tell me that you just need all of those. The ice takes fun. Yep. Showing me an aberrant one. You wanted an astral one, right? Done. Wait, what? Did I misread that? Fractal line? Oh, I got the wrong one. I'm so stupid. The hooded figure places the fish on the ice at their feet, kicking loose snow over it's covered. The stars leave the sky. And now no, it's another one. Fallen stars. Okay, at least I didn't need all of those, so I'm at least semi-happy about that, I guess. I was worried there for a second. Just a good old hot second, or I guess a very cold second. Please don't hit me. I know, I'm great at navigating through those waters. I totally didn't need to get closer, but, you know, that's just how life is. I wanna dock here for a second. I feel like getting rid of the madness wouldn't actually be too bad an idea, and then I'm just gonna get some pots, and maybe some bait even. Are you still chasing me? Wow. That's kinda rude. Like, seriously, stop chasing me. Just gonna go around. Hope that I don't explode, you know, as you do. Stop chasing me! Okay, disappeared. Nice. And maybe during nighttime, actually? You know what? I'm gonna rest a little bit and I'm gonna try to attract my friend. Fish market, sell everything. $1,000? And some of them were even bad. Okay, that's... I mean... Could have been like so rich here. By the way, I have like 23,000. That's like... I could afford another boat at this rate. Anyway, what did I want to do? I wanted to buy in the fish market. Give me some more pots. I'm gonna get like all the good ones. And by good ones, I mean this one as well. I don't actually care. I can just get like all of them. I just need the fish. And then I'm never going to pick those up again. That's like the important thing. I'm not gonna pick those up. I'm gonna sleep for this long. Just so I'm not mad anymore. And crab pots. Got one here. For some reason I wasn't remembering, right? That's the fallen stars on like this area apparently. Plonk. Plonk. I like the sound. And now let's have some fun with the horn. Anyone gonna answer me? No one? Like, there's a part of me that's really worried because, like, I had seen, like, a submarine somewhere. And I do remember seeing one, but I don't remember if it was here. Shout you my honk, please respond. I mean, I would say exclamation honk in the chat, but, like, exclamation honk does something completely different. I still need to like add another command because that was like requested like a long time ago where I just like count like all the honks that have happened on stream and give you like a scoreboard, like a honk board. You know, ranking those honkers or something like that. Alright, can I hold my horn? I mean, it's probably mostly just annoying, but hey. Right, there's a weird thing in Yakuza. Wait a second, let me dock here. Weird thing in Yakuza where you can find random people and if you pay them money they honk you. The game, not really. Yeah, I expected that you're not talking about the game. I just had to think because like silly things in Yakuza and stuff. I completely remembered like that one manga, Where of the House Husband. I really need to get back into reading that one. It's just so silly. You know, it's like the story of like an ex-Yakuza who got married, and it's like basically like him still in the same tone, basically still living his life, but being just like, you know, a guy who takes care of the house. Right? It's just great. But it's also, you know, you would have to remember reading stuff every once in a while. That's how I would put it. Ooh, a King's Run. I don't really care about you. Don't care about you. I just need those fallen stars. Please fall down. Those are just regular sea stars. Come on. Give me an aberrant one. Oh, fallen stars. Perfect. These are exactly what I wanted. Alright. I heard something again. Like every once in a while I hear something, some rumbling. And I feel like it comes from like underground. I don't really know what it is. It's like one of the last few suspicious things in this game. Where sometimes something just appears out of nowhere. And also that's like one thing I still need to do, and that's like something I want to do like at the very end. And that is like the map of this game, for example, is like completely limited off by like the circle. I don't know what happens if you leave that circle. Like at all. And like this area is actually really close to that. So there's like a part of me that really just wants to leave and see if like, I don't know, get eaten by like a giant kraken or something like that. Because there has to be something, right? Because at some point I'm just gonna drive off the map, I guess. Would be interesting to see at least. So I'm gonna get like a lot of stuff at some point to like repair my ship in case like something small happens. Because I like items for that. The stars, leave the sky. Another scroll. The sea stars are arranged in a circle on the ground. Moments later, a sinew wheel stomps down through each of them. Fall to the deep. Final scroll. This one stained in patches by some dark liquid. In the center of the shape, an aberrant stargazer appears from the page. Oh, I mean that's definitely fitting for the story, I guess. In a way. I mean I can definitely get that one because I do know what they look like, and I've gotten a bunch of them, but I feel like most of the time I just get them in my net. And I don't think that there's a good way to like remove fish from your net and put them into your, like, your regular inventory. Which is kind of annoying in my opinion. You're not... What are they called, like the fish that I'm looking for right now? Pale Reach. It's also one Stargazer. Wait, they're only trawl? How can I give them to them then? Because I have some of those, right? A Craterous Seer. Can I just open it? Have I never paid attention to the fact that I can just open my inventory like that? To give it to him? Because otherwise I'm gonna be surprised? Confused? Confprised? Something like that. Pushing the limits, engines, reading complete. Ooh, I'm gonna check that one out in just a second. Reading! I love reading. Pushing the limits, engines. Describes some pretty extreme throttle feathering techniques, which I'll have to test on calm days sometime. They sound like they'd work though. Fast and loose with the grammar and spelling. Engines provide 7.5% more movement speed than listed. Ooh, nice. Fall to the deep. Oh wait, I can just go via this menu. The figure places the body of the stargazers in the center of the crushed sea stars. They angle its cratered eye to the sky. Attention still fixed on the gruesome pile of fish in front of it. The hooded figure gestures to a book. Nearby, a rock. Your payment. As you leave, the figure is still focused on the grim fish, adjusting its position, waiting, adjusting, over and over. Lovely. I mean, that's definitely worth it. I mean, I don't care if people play with their food, okay? I just, you know, get the food for them because then they pay me in books, apparently. Book of Astral Symbols. Ooh. Haven't read that one yet? Maybe it's going to help me with, like, navigation. Or something. Because at this point, we should be done with, like, the Pale Reach, right? A fort, ice shaper, icebreaker. Was there not even a quest for that? Oh no, it's figure and white. Because I feel like the iron rig seems kind of complete. I don't think they added like another figure for that one. Because there wasn't like another biome they added. I guess we're done with that at least. That's good to know. We have like a few more minutes. What can I do in those few more minutes is the question. I could get... Should probably at least look at the right list, that could help. What would be a cool fish to get? Devil's Spine, I don't feel like changing stuff around. I could just go around the ocean a little bit more, right? And get like another viper fish or something like that. There are still some fish that I have not seen in the ocean apparently. Also, I still want to see like the big one. That's a submarine. I'm so sure that I've seen a submarine when arriving to a place at one point. But it might have just been like a random submarine that you only see like once. I do like how it hums. But like nothing's properly answering me right now. I mean, something's kind of answering me. That's a business. I don't have the equipment for that. Oh yeah, because I switched my rods. I should have actually switched back. That's on me. There's another aberrant one. It's an oceanic one at least. And it's a razor-mouth tuna. I don't actually know if there are like multiple aberrations of those. I'm just gonna continue to catch. I say that as I miss. You know, I swing and I miss. You know, you should always swing your fishing rods around. That's like what a fish really loves seeing. Ah. Why am I struggling with that? It's not that hard, buddy. Okay, I guess it's just the only one. At least like in this. I could have checked. Wait. Open ocean. Yeah, tuna only has like one. There's like one I have not seen yet at all. That's like the confusing... I say the confusing part, but like... It's also just daytime, so I can't even see it if I wanted to. There's the moonfish. Which I will probably not find. I mean, I can at least find some things while going around. I really like that effect actually, like the horn. It's kind of dangerous in the sense that you are definitely going to be found if there's like something around you. But I do like being able to find things. So it's definitely a cool mechanic like that. Yeah, some whispers. Some very lovely whispers. And a shark. Can I get an aberrant one? No. Just gonna throw you away. I mean, oh! Like, I oftentimes don't even pay attention to, like, where I'm going. That's, like, the main issue that I'm kind of facing when it comes to, like, navigation. Like, I don't look at the compass. Compass is easy mode. That's why I ignore it, as always. And... So I'm just gonna continue like that. Like, I definitely need those sharks anyway at some point, right? Like, my entire life is just going to consist out of me going around and looking at fish in the ocean. And bones in the oceans, maybe. Maybe I should sing. That would probably help, right? Clearly. Oh, there's nothing here. I mean, there are those, but I feel like I've... Yeah, this is a Abyssal. Like the Abyssal thing is... Oh! Buddy! Lovely. That's not quite what I was looking for. Could you, like, stop? Kinda annoying right now. That's another shark. I'd like to leave you on my list, but I kinda have to deal with you first. Oh, you disappeared. It's nice. Them disappearing is definitely making this a lot easier than what I had in mind, so... Where would I even go? Like, I mean, could technically try to go out, like, further. But then again, like, as I mentioned before, I kind of don't want to leave the area of the game until I'm done with the game, basically, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna die, and I've not died yet. And I would like to avoid death, if that's possible, because I don't even know, like, maybe I'm just reloading, maybe something happens, maybe we are going to be moved back to the last harbor or something like that. Maybe we have to buy a new boat. All are mysteries that I have no idea about. Oh, look at that! Whale. Lovely. Just a regular whale, though. That was like a low hum that answered me. I also saw like something in there. Maybe I was just imagining things. Guess I was imagining things. Just those fishies. They are still abyssal, and I feel like they're probably just anglerfish by the looks of it. And I don't really care about anglerfish. I've already gotten enough of those. You know what? Spyglass time. Oh, dolphins. Somewhere. Tuna. Viper fish I can't catch currently. Okay then. Must have been the wind. As always. It's always the wind. I hate the wind. You know what? I feel like I should start an alliance against the wind. Just in general. I mean, like, fish probably also hate the wind. They don't even know about the wind, so why should they like it? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna return. What's that? Oh, it's anglerfish again. I'm just gonna haste. Look at that! Whale. Lovely. I just wanted to say, like, I'm gonna go to, like, the left here. I'm gonna go closer to the lighthouse. Maybe I'm gonna bump you. Okay, I won't bump you. You're probably also a bit... yeah, there's just, like, so many fish in the deep. And I'm just gonna continue this way. Go to the lighthouse, and I might just switch my gear, and then I'm gonna end it. You know, timing-wise, it's probably fine to end it here. I'm gonna switch my gear because I'm gonna forget it otherwise. You know, the usual. And then I'm gonna need to make like a plan for next time. Maybe before next stream, I'm actually going to... Wait, this is actually bright out. And I say like bright out, but I have like the lamps active. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I might have to make like a proper plan for like what exactly I want to go after. I mean, I finished one area at least, right? And that's nice. And it's like one of the reasons why I'm doing it like this, I guess. It's just going to take like a lot of time. Getting that stuff. Oh, wait, there's a friend to my left. It's lovely. I always like having friends around. Just don't want to bump into those rocks that are appearing in front of me. And then we can drift into the bay. Don't even follow me anymore. So rude. Look at that. That lovely smile. Just getting stuck over there, huh? Lame. Alright, I guess I'm gonna dock here. Real quick. Also, I haven't really talked to the Lighthouse Keeper in quite some time, right? What do you know about the Silver Crimson book? What do you know about the old mayor of Little Marrow? Because we've never actually talked about that before. I try not to think about him. It's a painful memory for us all. Some nights, I still think I can hear the hum of his engine sailing past the bay. But I know he's gone. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, we've seen them. So it's kind of weird that we can't even say that we've seen them. But I guess we will never tell them anymore. Well, too bad. I guess I'm just gonna do the thing that I actually wanted to do. Go to the storage, get you uninstalled, get you out. I'm gonna have to Tetris this up again. I don't actually need to. No, I don't actually need to remove that. Get this one installed again. And then I'm gonna sell some fish. I'm gonna save the game. Fishmonger. And then we are going to continue this like probably next week. Like, I still need to finish this. There are actually a few games I want to play, like, in the coming weeks. There are, like, some really fun demos I had seen. I actually want to go into those, but this is definitely a project just because I already started, right? Like I've already invested like at this point 6 hours or so into getting more fish. I feel like at this point it would be kind of a waste to just stop here. So I'm gonna wait, undock, dock, and I'm gonna save here. Save and quit. Yeah, this is like kind of something. I definitely have some plans for like the coming weeks what I want to stream. One of those things is definitely finishing this, right? Like this is kind of a goal. I like this as a long-term thing where I can just kind of yap for now. I kind of mentioned this on the Discord that I want to go back. By the way, I'm going to switch over to here already while I'm closing out the game and gonna give you some music for the last few minutes of stream. Overall, like I still want to go back into like the whole variety arc that I talked about like some weeks ago. And there are like a bunch of demos that I've looked at over the last few weeks. And they have been interesting, right? Like, I've not started them or anything like that, right? Like, I was just looking around and every single time I see like an interesting game, I just see if they have a demo and I basically bookmarked it. And I might actually do like a series where I like stream one of those a week or something like that. I feel like it would be fun. Alternatively, I might do like some YouTube videos on that, but like I'm so far ahead on like YouTube recordings at this point. Like, I don't technically have to record in like 2 weeks at least. You're stealing that? Well, obviously you're stealing that. Jumping at the idea. I can't believe Mr. Scruff. So yeah, like this might be something like that. Otherwise, I still am looking for something I wanna stream instead. Or like, not instead, but like once I'm done with Dredge, as I like a yapping stream, probably for the evenings again. Like I kind of miss the Hollow Knight streams that I did. Because like, you know, without spoilers, I was like in an area where I didn't make like story progress, but instead could just like yap about stuff while doing something. And I would really like to find like another game like that. I could obviously just do more Hollow Knight, but I feel like it would be more fun to have like a game that's like explicitly about that. Maybe I am going to play something like Isaac. Maybe I'm gonna learn a speedrun. I feel like that's like learning a speedrun has always been like something I think is really fascinating. And I think it would be like perfect for like a yapping stream. But it also would require me to like learn a speedrun, right? And I wouldn't even know what I really would like to play like that, because then again, it would have to be like a game where people don't care about the story, even if I'm ignoring the story, right? Like that's like the important thing. So there aren't actually that many games that really lend themselves that well to that. And it also needs to be like a game that I can finish like a run in like less than an hour, preferably, or like at most an hour. Because if I have to, like, if every single run is like 4 hours, for like someone who actually knows how the speedrun works, that's just too long for my streams. I don't know, I want something where I can do like 1 or 2 runs in the evening and then be done. Maybe Mario Odyssey? I've not played that game since 2019 or something like that. And outside of like testing some audio stuff, and the controls for that game are like so weird if you have not played it in such a long time. That's like the most fascinating thing about that. So maybe that, I don't know yet. Gonna figure it out on the you know, over the next few weeks. Maybe if you have like recommendations, obviously post them either on the Discord or like just here on Twitch. I will maybe remember them. That's like the important thing. Maybe I will remember them. But in any case, I'm gonna head out. I have stuff to do, stuff to be, stuff to look at, I guess. Maybe I need to get like a lunch, a late lunch, a second lunch, whatever. In any case, I appreciate you all being here and hanging out. I'll be seeing you next time, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.